Hello everyone. Now, following my nostalgia rabbit hole, we ended up at Dolce&Gabbana Pour Homme, which was a fragrance that during its time, when I was smelling it in perfume shops, albeit we're not going to talk about reformulations all that much. It's rather a different scent, this one, but it's still similar enough that we are talking about it now. When I was smelling this in perfume shops, maybe in early 2000s, I liked it quite a lot, although not enough for me to buy it. So I've never purchased this fragrance. This is my first time. This is the first time I'm purchasing this fragrance. My very first time with this fragrance. And it's not the fragrance, it was me. Like most times when this happens, it was me. I was not ready for it. I am ready for it now, however. This is exquisite. This is a very, very beautiful scent. And I know this was beautiful back then as well. I did love smelling this on other people. And it gave off this... whenever... Because there weren't a lot of people who wore Dolce&Gabbana Pour Homme. There was, in my life, I think I've only smelled it on 2 people at the most. So this would be a deeply masculine scent that's not at all common, and it would instantly make that person stand out, and I think this is still true, because this is a scent like no other. However, as I said in the previous video with Altamir, there is a sort of a ballpark that's starting, and I'm taking this in reverse chronological order. I'm going further in time because Altamir was 2007, Gautier to the power of 2 was 2005, and I'm not saying they're similar, all I'm saying there are some hints of each other in them. So Altamir kind of made me go back to Dolce&Gabbana Pour Homme, which was, it's a fragrance from 1994, and this formulation, well, I don't know, I didn't check the batch code. It's supposed to be, this has been reformulated in 2012, and this is a recent thing that they did, where it's made in Italy, right? And on the back you've got the 3 notes, which are lemon, clary sage, and coumarin, right? And this formulation is supposed to be a bit better, a bit closer to the original. Unfortunately, I don't have the original or the other formulations with me today to compare, so we'll just have to power through this. But nevertheless, this is a very, very beautiful scent, and alas, it has this mysterious quality where it's very, very difficult for me to pinpoint, to tell you exactly what this smells like. However, I will try my best, and let me tell you, this is a deeply woody scent. This is the epitome of woods. This is almost a fougere, with the mention that it's not terribly green. It's not terribly green, it's more woody aromatic, and it does have some vague ambery facets, which of course do remind me of the other fragrances I mentioned earlier, Altamir and Gautier 2, and it's also the citrus neroli at the top that kind of runs through all of the fragrances and contrasts so beautifully with this dark, bitter tobacco. This is, it's so yummy. It's like, it's the opposite of a gourmand. However, it still elicits a sort of salivary response, which is so interesting because of the aromatics, I would say, and because of the spices and everything. This is a very, very unique scent, and that citrus quality is the most, it's one of the freshest things I've ever smelled. This is, it's so Italian. It's, you know, it's got that simplistic elegance and that effortless, you know, chic that most Italian fresh scents do have. I don't know how they do it. I don't know what's the secret behind them, but it's just so good. It is perfection, this fragrance. I love it so much. And it's so easy to wear. This is such a dumb reach. I know dumb reach doesn't sound very well, doesn't sound like a compliment, but trust me, for me, a dumb reach fragrance is a compliment. It's something that's so easy to wear. It's balanced. It couldn't ever bother either me or the people around you, or me or whoever wears it. And it's a good quality to have in a fragrance, to call it a dumb reach, because a dumb reach is a fragrance that you don't have to think about the occasion or the mood, or it just goes well with everything. And this is Dolce&Gabbana Pour Homme. Such a beautiful, beautiful scent. And again, as I said with Altamir, it's that medicinal weird little thing, which I don't know what it is, that kind of runs through all of the fragrance, together with the citrus, right? Now, trying to pull apart some things that will stand out, maybe, to you. It depends on your nose, right? It depends on what you're focusing on. But the things that mostly stand out for me is the contrast between the dry tobacco, which is not at all bothersome, dry tobacco, and freshness and the whiteness of the neroli. Very interesting. And I think also the lavender, which comes with the, again, it's woody, bitter, and very, very fresh, very uplifting. Well, you know, of course, there will be the you know, the slightly dry vegetal hints of the sage, and the spicy, you know, some spicy notes in there that kind of help. Oh, you know what, I'm smelling this, and I'm thinking of spicy orange blossom. It does remind me of Neroli Outre Noir a bit. It's got that same, minus the tobacco, but it does remind me of, would this be another reason why I love Neroli Outre Noir so much? I wonder. But then again, when it comes to dry, I don't know what it is with dry fragrances. Lately, I've been very drawn to very dry fragrances. I don't know why, because maybe it's because to me they seem so elegant, and again, so effortlessly elegant. I think maybe anything else would signify trying a bit much. I don't know why. There's some things to be said about austere fragrances, right? Not that this is terribly austere, but it's very, you know, it's like the Mediterranean steppe, which is, you know, arid and dry and windy and aromatic, and this just smells great. So if you haven't smelled this until now, first of all, where have you lived until now? And secondly, do get your nose on this as quickly as possible. It's decently priced, and I think it's You know, I don't know why I postponed this so much. This is a very welcome addition to my collection, and I will wear the hell out of it. So, if you've got any other questions, do let me know in the comments below. And until next time, remember, fragrance creates memories, and may yours be happy.